Hi, Orange Girl here with a new process video for you, and I am working with the April 2019 Clique Kit, and it's full of Heidi, Swapp, and Vicki Boutin. So if you watched my unboxing video, you will know that I said that these two papers right here, the butterfly paper and the flower paper, were probably going to get fussy cut at some point. And so as I was kind of going through all of the papers to try to decide what I was going to do for my first layout with this kit, I went ahead and grabbed these two and just decided I loved the way that kind of pink color looked with all of the green, like that lime green there. And so that striped paper is a piece of Heidi Swapp paper. And then the little flower paper here that I'm using, as well as the butterfly paper that I'll use here in a second to fussy cut, is all from Vicki Boutin. So I went ahead and this is a piece of scratch cardstock that I had sitting on my desk from another layout. I think I had cut something with a cut file out of the other portion of it. And so I just went ahead and glued it down to the right side. And then my idea was I was just going to put a bunch of flowers and butterflies all throughout the center-ish of this layout. And then when I was getting everything kind of laid out to use, I grabbed this black and white twine that was actually in the last kit, the March kit. And I thought I still might use that. There was a lot of black and white in this new kit as well. And so I thought, and I just kind of, it was just sitting there in with all of my embellishments. And I thought, oh, I think that would look really cute if I tied it up as if it were almost like a package down that center. It would emphasize where I was putting all the flowers, and also it was just another black and white element to add to the page. So I went ahead and just wrapped that around as many times as I could, which ended up being twice, and then tied it in a bow. And now I'm going through and adding in the rest of my flowers. So all I really knew that I was going to do when I sat down with this layout that came together so unbelievably quickly was I was going to fussy cut the flowers and the butterflies, and then I really liked this stripe lime background. And so that's what I started with. I didn't even have my photo, to be honest, when I first started with my idea just kind of in my head. Then I went and I decided I've been kind of toying with the idea of putting together a layout about my daughter, the meaning of my daughter's name. And so I went through my photo library and found a photo that is pretty much her. I mean, it looks like her. She's in her, looks like she looks to me. She's in her element. She's standing in the middle of a stream of water, and her blue eyes are just standing out because of the way that the sun is reflecting on them. And she's got a huge smile that is very her. And so that was my goal, was just to find a photo that was very her. And this is actually from last summer. I think early July is when this photo was taken. And I do end up putting a date on this one, but I do it off camera, and I'd already taken all the photographs before I remembered to put the date stamp on. But I think it was July 7th or something like that, early on in July. So I kind of laid everything out, and I decided that once I added my title, which says the meaning of you, I decided that I needed a few more little flowers to kind of bring the title into the rest of the page. And so I added some more, I cut some more of the little pink flowers and put those over on the side, and then added a few more to that empty white space as well. So let's see. Okay, so I also had pulled out some of the ephemera. There is a pink flower. There are some other things within that. And I ended up not using most of those things, but I did go back to that same flower paper and grabbed a couple of the pink flowers from that page and cut those out, because one of the first flowers I cut out had a butterfly on one of the leaves, and so I thought, oh, I like that butterfly, so I'm just going to leave it. But then it was the only butterfly that was that color on my page. And so I went back to that same paper and cut out 2 of the butterflies that are the pink color, so that that one wouldn't be lonely. It also just added a couple more embellishments to the page. So, and I like the way that looks. So what I'm doing now is I wanted to give a little space for my journaling. And my journaling is really just basically going to be what her name means. And so when I first did this, I thought, now how am I going to type on that? Or am I going to write using my handwriting? And I really wanted to, I was thinking in my mind that I would put some more of those flowers or maybe some butterflies over on that side. And then I decided I kind of wanted to type my writing. And so I went ahead and I grabbed this vellum and I kind of marked where it might fit right underneath the white, but onto the green paper. And then I just used my typewriter to type what I wanted it to say. And then I double spaced between the typing so that it would fit on the lines a little bit better that are in the background. But also it wouldn't have mattered all that much because it softened the green a little bit and the lines, so you might not have even noticed if it didn't line up. It just was a nice little happy accident that it lined up so well. So the journaling just says, you always live up to your name, Beatrice, bringer of joy, because if you look up what it means, that is one of the meanings of the name Beatrice. And so I went ahead and added that journaling to the right. And then I'm going back and I'm cutting out some more flowers because I was thinking I would put some flowers either under the vellum or over on that side kind of by the journaling to bring the journaling into the page. And it really kind of didn't work for me. So I ended up actually cutting that one that I just, that flower that has the leaf over by the title, I ended up cutting the leaf off. And then I add a couple, like I think 2 more flowers maybe and a butterfly, but I end up doing it right in that area because it still then kind of brought it across the page over to the journaling. And that's my final product. And really this video is pretty short because it really did not take me that long, other than the fussy cutting, which I did a lot off camera. It really did not take me long to bring this together. I love working with the kits because everything matches and everything works together. And I really love how this one turned out. Thanks a lot for stopping by. And I will see you again in my next video.